Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Shutter Stories Uncensored. I'm Mark, your host, and I just want to break down a few things. I've been telling a lot of stories of different auto accidents, drownings, fatals, and other stories. But I just want to kind of touch a little bit and explain what I look for when I'm trying to capture when I'm. Let's go back to that drowning, the first drowning I did in the San Joaquin River. Um, Now, what I did when I first got on scene and kind of got an idea what was going on, what they were looking for, I got A roll and B roll images, and what I call A roll is normally the primary photo, and if the editor or are looking to run more than one photo, then I usually always have B-roll. That's a secondary shot. Primary shot is with the drowning was the sheriff's search and rescue team or search and recovery team, the divers that would go in the water looking for uh, the body, and I would get photos. The B-roll stuff would be them suiting up, coming on scene, preparing all the equipment, getting ready to go in the water. As they entered the water and they dove, I got shots like that. Um, Now, once they did recover the body, since the person was officially dead, and stated that way by the divers and the paramedics on scene, I I don't really want to get a photo of the body with the coroner or with the paramedics, checking them and all that. That's usually not going to run in the paper if he was dead officially once they got the body out of the water. And it's kind of gruesome, but what we will run, what the editors will run, would be photo of the body in a body bag and being recovered and taken up um, away from the water, up on solid ground, uh, where the fire equipment's parked, paramedics are parked, and the coroner's parked. And I usually get a shot with the coroner taking the body in the body bag and wheeling it over to his vehicle to take it back to the morgue. Um, because with the body in the body bag, or if the body's on a stretcher with a yellow tarp or something like that over it, over them, I would capture that photo as well. My editor would run that in the paper on A1. So I gotta pick and choose in my head when I'm out there. I don't want to just focus on something that may or may not get used. I want a mixture of A and B roll images, and definitely A roll has to be something I know they will use. And since I know they won't use just a body sitting out of the water on the side of the bank, I won't take that photo. I won't take any photos that I know that won't be used, unless it's questionable in my head. Um, then I might. So I just try to, every incident, every call, every assignment is different, and my goal is when I get on scene, if it's a photo assignment I was scheduled to shoot, or if it was spot news, my goal is to get primary, good solid A roll and good solid B roll. Because I want to give my editors options to go through my contact sheet for each event, and on merit, a photo standing on its own, what they pick or what they choose. A lot of times I will look through the contact or contacts for that spot news or that assignment, and I would use um, a marker, like a black marker, to put a dot on each image that I thought was nice and sharp and told the story. And I would select two or three of the best B-roll, what I considered B-roll, and then I would put it on one of the editor's desk, and they would pick what they want. A lot of times they may not pick one of the ones I chose. They'll maybe think one of my other shots are superior, and they'll pick that. I don't use. Sometimes I would ask the editor why they picked that shot over one of my other shots, and I wouldn't spend too much time on it because usually when they're picking photos, we're on deadline and we need to get everything done in a timely manner. So I won't go to bat for it too hard. I won't push it too hard. Maybe 5 minutes talking about it, and there was a crash I covered that the serious injury person was pinned in. They had to cut the roof off the car to get access to him and get him out of the car. They used the jaws of life. So I got all those photos. And there was the photo I really wanted to use once I got back. There was the driver, a female driver behind the wheel. They pulled off the roof, and there was a paramedic sitting behind her in the back seat putting a neck brace on her. And that was a shot I really wanted because it was a black and white photo, wasn't color, black and white, and she had been bleeding. There was blood streaks down her face, and in the black and white photo, those are going to be black. And I thought that told everything right there in that photo with the paramedic behind, putting on the neck brace, and taking care of all that. And I thought it made a really good image. But it came down to that the editor and the general manager thought maybe it was too extreme, too graphic. I tried to battle that one for a while. Try to, talk with the editor and the general manager to kind of sell them on why I think it was better, but I still couldn't oversee him, so we had to go with another photo that told the story without being over graphic. So that's a fine line, I won't not take photos like that, especially the person who's not dead. But there's another thing, the person when I took the photo could have been alive, still be alive. But by the time we run to press, especially at the Series Courier, because we come out on Wednesday, if I took an image on Sunday, by the time we get there, we find out that victim had died at the hospital. Not all the time will we still run it, but a lot. But there were not a lot, but there was a few incidents where I took the photo, person was still alive, and by the time we went to press, he or she had died, and we decided to use it anyhow. It's all a case-by-case basis, and I try to get kind of artsy, especially if it's like I did an ice cream social once for a fundraiser for the Whitmore home during the remodel and the restoration of his home. A founding father of the city of Ceres, California. And so I got some cool photos. I got a bunch of people getting ice cream with the people who were scooping the ice cream and making the cones and all different B-roll stuff. And I got this great shot of this lady enjoying her ice cream. And it was pretty close up. You could see her face up tight, licking the ice cream. And it was kind of cool. And I've got kids, I got photos of kids that were eating their ice cream and making a mess with it. Because it was kind of a warm day. I try to mix it up, try to get what I think would make a great art for the paper to tell the story that I'm covering. So I just wanted to take a step back. I didn't really talk about my process when I'm capturing images, especially at Spot News. Um, so I just wanted to kind of go back to a few of those stories I talked about, and kind of build my process. And hopefully you understand what I'm talking about my photography process, how I sum up what's going in a heartbeat. Now I got to do this pretty quickly and and with instincts, muscle memory, as they say. When I first started, I was rough with that. I would get a lot of photos that wouldn't be used, but with time, I learned, adapted, improvised, and kept growing as a photographer slash photojournalist. And that's the thing, you just got to keep getting better, keep moving forward, as Walt Disney would say. All right, everyone. If that didn't make sense to a lot of you, or if you had questions, you want me to elaborate on that, just leave me a comment, and we'll get back to you, and we'll discuss it more, and I'll break it down even further for you. Give us a like, give us a share. If you're not a subscriber, I don't know why not, but go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Smash it. Smash the bell icon. That way you won't miss any new episodes here at Gearhead Man. All right, everyone. I look forward to the next get together. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel, and we'll see everyone next episode. Everyone be safe out there.